We want to welcome everybody to Give Us 2 Minutes and We Done podcast. We throw out the red flag when we have a challenge, when something's not right. We have our referee, Charles Kane. Yes. We have our co-host there, Mike Washington. Mike. And today we have a special guest, Coreleone the Don. I'm your host, Todd Hunt. We're going to bring him in here in just a second here. But first of all, you know what? I'm going to have to throw the red flag before we get going. I'm throwing the red flag, Charles.
What happened?
And why I'm throwing the red flag is because the Washington Redskins really stunk up the joint. They let a dude literally do the Michael Jackson on them. And then you get beat by a backup quarterback that didn't do anything. It should be sitting on the bench. And I'm just saying that was a bad. I don't know what Dan Quinn was doing. He's a good coach. I don't know what happened. You know, I don't know.
If I got a flag on that. First of all, Cooper Rush might be a backup quarterback, but he ain't just any backup quarterback. Mm-hmm. Okay, Cooper Rush got some. He got some things up underneath him. You understand me? Now,
some things up underneath him.
He got a couple of wins up underneath him. Now, don't think that Cooper Rush, y'all sleeping on him. Okay, y'all sleeping on him now.
Cooper Rush ain't do nothing. The game was won. The game was won, Coreleone, on special teams. So what are you talking about? Who is your team? Let's start with that. Who's your team?
Don't worry about my team. We suck this year. We suck.
I said, who is your team? I don't care what y'all suck or good.
Giants,
I said,
brother.
you're Giants.
The team that sweeps y'all usually every year.
Usually.
Yeah. Okay. This is the first time y'all getting out.
That's all. You gotta keep on. Your team is out of it.
You're absolutely right.
I thought you was Raven. No, no. We far from being out of it. We far from being out of it.
And the Eagles.
We far from being out of it. And the Eagles.
Yes. Dallas.
I hear you now. Hey, I need a red. Let me find something red. I'm gonna find something red.
Oh, okay.
Find some red throw.
Throwing the red flag, Mike.
I'm throwing a red flag on. First of all,
ain't nobody. All right.
Coreleone has not a leg to stand on at all. First of all,
remember this.
Yeah.
When was the last team in the NFC East been to the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm. Hey.
When
was the last time? Eagle. When was the last time y'all had a winning season?
Say what?
It's probably the same time y'all had a winning season.
Oh no, the last time we had a winning season was the time when they changed our name.
Was it? Did y'all have a winning? Y'all had a winning season that year?
Yeah, we did, sir. Yes, we did, sir.
So that was about 4 years ago. Is that right?
With Daniel Jones, that's when they gave him that. They think they gave him that.
Yeah, that's when we beat Minnesota in the playoff.
Yeah, they got that big contract, and then the rest is history when they lost.
Exactly. There you go.
Daniel Jones left. He was like, look, I know the season is done. Can I be excused? That's a sucker right there. When you leave,
Daniel Jones
you still got 5 or 6 games left. And
Daniel Jones, the worst quarterback in the NFL.
Is he?
Yes.
It was pretty bad.
Worse than Cooper Rush? Is he
worse than Cooper Rush? Way worse.
So you don't think he'll get another
last winning season
this season, right? You don't think he's gonna play with nobody else this season?
He might. They talk about him going to Dallas.
So we're gonna do the rundown here real quick after, and then we're gonna bring our special guest and talk a little bit more at Coreleone the Don. You may know him from different things. But you got to
bring him in. He's already been in. What you he's already been in. He jumped in from the beginning.
So the Steelers and Browns game, that was a pretty awful game for the Browns to win. I don't know if it's a revival of what's going on there, but AFC North team, they're always kind of wacky like that in that conference.
Any given Sunday.
Then you got the Vikings and Bears.
Okay.
Let's just give it up to the Bears offense. Their offensive coordinator revived Caleb Williams for some reason.
They lost.
Yeah, they did lose.
Okay. All right.
Then of course, my team, the Lions. Hey, we beat the Colts. That's all I can say. We beat the Colts. Our defensive coordinator was just sitting down there like, okay, when we gonna go to Detroit? And then you got the game where the Patriots got spanked by the Dolphins. I don't think they came ready for that. And then, of course, sorry about that. The Buccaneers Giants. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we'll bypass that.
What do you mean sorry about that? You say sorry about that when you came to the Giants, like you scared of Coreleone, but then you laughed. You started to show off laughing at the Commanders. What is that about?
Well, because right after that we just talked about the Cowboys and Commanders. That was pretty bad.
What was bad about it?
The fact is, man, that you let a backup quarterback beat you guys, man. And then the defense,
the quarterback didn't do nothing. The quarterback, I told you, and I told Coreleone, I'm telling you now, the quarterback Cooper Rush didn't do nothing. The special teams won that game.
You're right. When you do,
it was two fluke plays. That's number one. There's two fluke plays. That's number one.
Charles Kane's throwing the red flag.
Then
red flag. Now, y'all, both of y'all are teaming up on the Washington team. The quarterback happened to be a backup, and we have a record of losing the backup. But he, as Mike said, he didn't do nothing. Washington actually still is winning because the boy has shown, Daniels has shown that he can play in the last part of the game. So as a rookie quarterback, that's a win because he's putting fear. He's putting fear. Now, I know you're excited, Lions, and we're not going to even talk about the Giants because they're midgets right now and been midgets for a long time. But the Lions, now y'all got to carry this torch. So let's see. And, Super Bowl has a torch. So let's see how it works out.
We never been here before.
Actually, what you've never been here before? What are you talking about?
The Lions have never been here before.
They've never been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No,
they've never been
Super
to
Bowl. You ain't
Bowl.
going to Super Bowl. You do the same thing. You've done it for the last 3 years. Last year, first of all, I like the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Lions. I do.
Yeah.
A good friend of mine's son is a Lions fan, and so I've been watching the whole season. I mean, I watched them last year. They did well last year, but the same thing gonna happen because anyway, never mind. Because I'm gonna say this because your coach is a trip. Last year, y'all had a chance to go to the Super Bowl, and he went for 2. You remember that? I was like, what are you doing? I'm talking about you playing with all these other guys. Emotions and lies. These guys have practiced and gave you their all, and then you call for a 2-point play when all you had to do was kick the extra point and possibly take your team into the Super Bowl, and you messed around and went for 2 and threw that whole season away.
And he didn't kick field goals when he had a chance to get points on the board, especially in the playoff game. But
absolutely. And speaking of points kicked, our kicker need to be kicked in his. Charles told me don't cuss out, so I'm not gonna cuss. But anyway, but y'all know it rhyme with jazz. Okay, so now, well, now we can't rhyme. We got to rap on the show. I think we can rhyme today. So with that being said, I'm so glad that Siebert has been put on injury reserve. After he missed the first extra point in field goal, I would have been thinking maybe his hip is still hurting. I don't know. And I probably went back to Zane. I probably asked somebody in the audience to kick. But my whole thing is, I could not believe that McLaurin caught that pass and took it about 80 yards for less than a minute left in the game.
Yeah.
And then all you had to do was gather yourself and kick this extra point, and he didn't. I mean, he came with all kind of excuses. But my whole thing is though, hey man. So I say this.
Yes.
With him missing 3 kicks, he missed a field goal and 2 extra points. That was still the difference in the game. Although when they kicked the onside kick, it was funny because I guess it did go 10 yards, but it didn't like he went 10 yards. But it don't even make a difference because the dude took it back to the house, and it didn't even make a difference for real. But my whole thing is that was just so disappointing to see this kicker good in there and not do his job when the guys were fighting, because the defense played the whole game. That's for sure. Like I said, but your defense can't do nothing about.
Yeah, but we'll come back today. We'll give you the 2 minute on that one. We'll get the famous.
That ain't what I want to talk about. You don't tell me what I'm going to talk about in my 2 minutes.
Well, you got the Titans and Texans. That was an interesting game.
Absolutely.
I mean, because
I would have thought the Texans would have won that game. That's for sure. Okay, that's for sure.
You would think so, but either Stroud going by. But once again, you have one of those, those games that you play in your division. Then you got the Broncos, Raiders. Broncos look like they're coming back. Packers put a stomping on the 49ers with a backup quarterback. We won't go into that again.
Everybody beats the Raiders. Okay, so the Broncos like they coming back. They ain't come back on nobody.
Well, you got the Cardinals, losing to the Seahawks. That was a surprise,
right?
And then you got the Eagles and Rams.
Yeah,
whoever thunk that. And then, of course, last night the Ravens and Chargers, the Harbaugh Bowl. So as you get the rundown here, we're gonna bring on our guest, Coreleone the Don. Coreleone, how you doing, man? You play semi-pro football, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about. I mean, you're a rapper and you play semi-pro football. Tell us about that journey, sir.
All right. First of all, brother, I'm not a rapper. Don't ever call me a rapper. I'm not a rapper. I'm an entertainer.
Okay.
A lot of artists get we tend to get a little offended when people say we're rappers.
Okay.
Rappers don't entertain crowds. I'm an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? I make music that lasts. But other than that, man, I play semi-pro football. I played for the Mountain State Titans out of West Virginia many, many, many years ago.
What position did you play?
I played defensive end and outside and middle linebacker. So.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm a diehard Giants fan. Wouldn't change them for nothing in the world, except for this year. Anyway, yeah. I think this year I'm gonna root for the Little Giants, the TV show, and call it a day. Other than that, man, it's just watching the other teams go up and down the field, doing what they're supposed to do, while we still trying to figure out who's gonna be there next year.
You sound like a Lions fan. We've been used to that for like over 50 years. So like I said, we in territory we haven't been used to.
But see, when you're a team that's used to that,
yeah,
it's okay. But when you're a team that's not used to that, then you gotta understand. I'm coming out the Eli Manning era. The Eli Manning era. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out of 2 Super Bowls and all that good stuff.
Yeah. We can't even spell Super Bowl as the Detroit Lions. And it's been a long time since they inched at a Super Bowl when they were called the Redskins. Looks like the name is coming back.
The Redskins haven't had a Super Bowl since Ronald Reagan was in the White House.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you that first of all, we've already swept y'all.
Okay, that's cool.
Right?
Y'all swept us the year that we went to the Super Bowl too.
We already swept y'all.
Y'all swept us the year that we went to the Super Bowl too.
Right? We already swept y'all, and we still second in the division right now.
Y'all second
with a man. Listen, we second in the division.
First.
We was there for a minute. And remember the season not over now.
Yeah,
still got a long way to go. And the Eagles got some good games to play. And like I said, the
Eagles gonna do what they always do. They're gonna get to the playoffs and they're gonna fold.
Okay. Well, we gonna be there though.
The positive thing about the Redskins this year is that they actually have a quarterback who can play.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, he gonna be around for a while.
I just don't want y'all to do to Daniels what y'all did to RG3.
No, he's too smart for that. Even RG3 said that the young man too smart for that.
That's
for sure. Well, like I said, we're gonna hope like that on this because, like I said, be honest with you, I just think that the Ravens, that's the scariest team I see out there for the Lions because we cannot beat the Ravens. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Lamar Jackson. I don't know if it's the scheme, but the Lions, that's one team. Even if we're up, we can't beat. So, like I said, if we're going to the Super Bowl, we probably need to tighten some things up, which we will. get our backup quarterback some more playing time, depending on how the year goes out, because it's a tight race to the end. And like I said, the Commanders, you guys got a quarterback. Once you got a quarterback and you got a good team, this is Dan Quinn's first year, so you're doing good. Giants, I mean, obviously they're tanking.
Take us off the table, bro. Don't even mention us, bro. Listen, we need a GM. We need a coach. We need a quarterback. We need a running back. Man, come on, man. Don't even mention us, man.
You're going to blow up the team. Well, as we get down to the minutes here, because we're running out of time here, we're coming on to the 2-minute warning. Okay? The 2-minute warning. So, Coreleone, before we get to the 2-minute warning, what about your career, man? Tell the audience about your career and what you're doing currently right now.
Oh, wow. All right. I started my career back in 1997. Yeah, when dinosaurs was around. My first album was a cassette tape. Right. That's like saying 8-track right now. So,
right.
My first album was cassette tape. I've done many things in my career. I've, worked with many different people from Jadakiss to Scarface to, I've worked with a lot of people. Right now, I'm currently managing, and we're working on my soon-to-be retirement album. Because I'm thinking about retiring out of the industry now. I got grandkids now, so now I just want to I want to chill.
You want to chill? We also know you have an entertainment company that makes films and stuff.
Yes, sir. I own part of STC Films, right along with my good brother, Mr. Hunt, and my good sister, Mrs. Hunt. We own STC Films. We have a bunch of films coming out. We also own We Crank TV, which is a Roku station on Roku. And I'm proud to say that our good brother Mike Washington is definitely in one of our. But actually, he's in a couple of our films. But
that's right.
I know one that he's definitely, y'all got to watch him in that one because he's classic.
Yes,
classic Mike Washington definitely took the stage on that one. I couldn't stop laughing when we was filming. So yeah, man. I'm blessed. I've had a wonderful career. Toured with a lot of people. Had fun.
And you're going to go on tour, I think, right? You're working on a tour right now?
Yes, sir. I'm working on a tour right now with Bridging the Music. Good friend. Shout outs to my good friend Jonah up in New York.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 25 city, 15 country tour. So we're working on that right now, putting that together. That starts in December. Also working with my vice president of Coreleone Records, Marie Walden. We're putting together a inner country tour around the country. We're putting that together as well. So we're working on quite a few things.
So when you hear him coming to your town, please support our brother. Of course, Mike Washington, he's out there making it big with Cheryl Underwood. And I think you got big things coming up you can't talk about yet. But, I guess we're getting to the 2-minute warning here.
Hey, can I ask Coreleone a question real quick?
Yes, sir.
This is a serious question, too. So when it comes to the Giants and the New York Jets, how do you guys in New York divide that line? In other words,
okay, that's a great question. Here you go. I got you. It's real simple. If you're a Giants fan, 9 out of 10, if you're a Giants fan, 9 out of 10, you're a Yankees. You're a Knicks fan.
Okay.
If you're a Jets fan, 9 out of 10, you're a Mets. You're a Mets fan.
Okay. Got you.
Okay. Quick question for Coreleone. Yes, where can everyone find you?
I'm on every social media, all social medias. Just type in Coreleone the Don, Coreleone Records, Coreleone LLC, or the real Coreleone the Don. Now, the way you spell Coreleone is I spell my name different. All right, it's 3 E's in my name, so that everyone know I am the real Coreleone. Okay, I am the real Coreleone the Don. I've had this name for over 30 years, and all of a sudden everybody want to call themselves Coreleone now. I done had Slim Coreleone, Po Coreleone, you know.
Spell it.
So it's Coreleone.
Coreleone. Spell it one more time.
Break it down, it's Coreleone 1.
Okay.
And you can find me on any social media. You can find me on YouTube, TikTok. You know, you find me everywhere. Or you can type in Made Man Coreleone and you'll find me there too. Made Men is a group that I used to have also with Coreleone Crime Family. We've made quite a few albums, did some shows, things of that sort. We did the Coreleone Crime Family is also responsible for the 2008 La Costa Nostra tour. That was us.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, Coreleone. Now we're up to the 2-minute drill. Who's going to start first, Charles? Ref.
Mike Washington.
All right, Mike, got 2 minutes.
Mike Washington. Well, here's mine gonna be fast. So it's funny. I noticed y'all was calling my team the Redskins. That's what I hope possibly they might change it back to. But they're the Commanders. They call them the Commodores. They call them everything. But you can't call them losers because we still 75. I believe had we made those kicks, it would have been a different outcome. Because then you're not kicking, onside kick. You know what I mean? It's going to overtime. But hopefully Zane is our actual backup kicker, or I should say the kicker that replaced my man Zebra. But the whole thing about that is if Zane Gonzalez plays Sunday, I believe we'll have a better chance at winning the game, because I don't think Zebra's hip is right. And then also, if you think about it, the game didn't start right because from the jump, our starting running back, Brian Robinson, got hurt. So that took our running game completely away from us. Although Austin Eckler is an excellent back, but he has a concussion. So now you got both our starting backs are out. And I'm still not worried because they did sign from the practice squad my man Rodriguez. So hopefully Rodriguez can carry that load. He's a straightforward running back. Kind of reminds me a little bit of well, I won't mention that. I'm forget that. Anyway, I will say this. Sunday's going to be interesting because the Texans was a strong team, I thought. Of course, they beat the Cowboys 34-10, and then they turned around, lost to the Titans, which was like I said, any given Sunday. But I didn't expect that. So it's going to be interesting to see what people will say Sunday with the outcome of the game if us being the winners, and we will be 8-5. So that's my
time. The ref called time.
I would say that's my 2 minutes. Don't get scared. Okay, you be so ready to cut me off. Don't worry.
Hey, I'm just following the ref. Mike, man. The ref
said it do me Coreleone. Said it do me Coreleone.
I see how they do you, bro.
It was a delay of game, man. It was a delay of game.
And it probably wasn't about 3 or 4 seconds because every week I've been leaving seconds on the board.
He's going to throw the penalty flag on you in a second, Mike. So I'm going to make my real quick. So just want to let you guys know, the Lions, even though it's a 24-6 win and it looked like a dominant win, we got people into it. As long as the Lions stay sharp, our coaching gets better. Paying attention to more of the details. The pass rush is getting better since we got a new guy coming in there from the Cleveland Browns. We have a chance to really live up to the hype because, like I said, we have never been here before. We've never been the hunted. And when you're the hunted, you got to play really, really aggressive, but you got to play smart too. Because sometimes you get down, sometimes you're up. So that's my thoughts on it. Until next time, give us 2 minutes and we're done. We'll see you next week. And thank you all for coming and listening to us.
Peace.
Peace.